had a good tournament here last year, top 5 finish after a suspect first round, I guess. But just talk about coming back to this tournament where you've had good form.
Yeah, I don't remember much about the first few rounds. I remember having a chance. Maybe I had a chance going into the final 9 holes. It started good with a birdie on 10 and 11, and then missed a short putt on 12, and then a big number on 14, and I was able to close the wall. Like you say, top 5 was a solid week and probably the start of a really good season. So I'm right in between seasons. My season was over a couple of weeks ago, but I had 5 weeks and I'm ready to go again.
You mentioned probably the start of a really good season, and it was a good season. I mean, you had a lot of things that, like, you made it to the Tour Championship, which is pretty much a goal for everybody at the start. But you also finished top 10 in the Open Championship, and I think that was your first top 10 in a major. So what do you put it down to? Is it just get more maturity, or have you been doing things with your game to get to this level now?
Yeah, I mean, you're always looking at your stats, where you need to work. My putting was definitely an area that I needed a lot of work, and me and Derek, my coach, my putting coach, we've been doing great work for the last 3-4 years, and starting to be solid every week, not just one week here and there. It's I would like to say it's the solid part of my game, but I don't want to say that out loud, but until I make sure of it. But it's definitely an area of my game that I look forward to, not only playing but practicing, which before it was like an area that I was mostly scared because I didn't know where to begin, where to practice, what to practice, and now it's an area that I actually look forward to it. So that was key for the last year or two, and I know that when I play well tee to green, it turns into a solid week.
How many tournaments do you plan on playing through this fall series and seeking that another victory?
I mean, as of now, I'm playing the next 3 here, Vegas, and Sozo, and then if I can take my family down to Cabo, then I'll play Cabo too. I mean, I've been there before, so I kind of know what to expect, and it's a lovely place.
Do you feel like that's an advantage, having seen that golf course?
I haven't seen the golf course.
Okay.
Just a coincidence. I went there for a little holiday, and then I found out that that's where the tournament was going to be hosted. So it was a plus.
Interesting. If we have any questions for Emiliano, just raise your hand and we'll get you a microphone. In the meantime, I just wanted to ask you about winning the Charles Schwab at Colonial, and part of that is the victory is you get a vehicle each year, and this year it was a Ford Bronco, and you were just saying that you've been driving it a fair bit. Just do you have any interesting stories about that?
Yeah, I was just telling you, like sometimes you will go and go for groceries, and somebody will leave a note in the car. I've actually had 2 notes already, and it's kind of cool. It was definitely something that I totally forgot about it when I was playing, and then when I won, I realized, hey, like I'm getting the car, and I'm not a huge car fan, but now that I have that, I'm really a fan.
You feel like you're attracting a little bit of attention in
that? Yeah, definitely. I mean, some people ask me, hey, you should bring your car to a car show. There's always some. There in San Diego, there's a car show every weekend in Rancho Santa Fe, so they've been asking me to bring in, and people saying that it will get a lot of attention, but I haven't done it yet. Maybe next week off I'll drive it around and see what they say.
Cool. We had Mackenzie Hughes in here yesterday. He's the defending champion of this tournament, but he spoke pretty passionately about the President's Cup, which is in less than a year, and being Canadian, and it's in Canada. I know you've played on one of those teams. How much is it in the back of your mind to make that team again and represent the internationals?
Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, obviously we're still in 2023, but I would say if I have to write down my goals for next season, will definitely be up there. President's Cup, Olympics, winning again, Tour Championship, and then some, stats that I want to achieve. So I always have them. I write them down. I have them present all the time. So, but also at the same time, what is it, October next year? It was still a year,
yeah.
Still a year, a lot of golf to be played. But yeah, it's definitely a place that I wanna be at. I want to be part of that winning team, for sure.
And just finally from me, how do you feel your game is trending coming into this week?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
5 weeks off.
Yeah.
Played for the first time on Friday and Sunday, and practiced yesterday as much as I could, and now I'm gonna go practice. So if you don't have any questions, then I'm just gonna work on my game.
Is that a strange feeling coming into a tournament with a little bit unknown?
No, I've done 5. Last year I've done 8. Obviously, it's not ideal, but you need the time off. You need the time away. I have a little kid, and I want to spend as much time as I can with them. And I went to Europe. I went to the cruise, concerts. I try to do everything I could.
Who'd you go see?
Coldplay at Guns N' Roses.
Which was best?
Different. One is a pure rock band. Your ears just explode after. Slash is awesome. I mean, just hearing the band, and then obviously Coldplay, they put in a phenomenal show. It's 2 different things. I would say if I would have to go again, it would probably be Coldplay.
Well, appreciate your time. Thanks for sharing some background on what you do in your break, and
good
luck this week.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Emiliano.
Appreciate it.